This video is part 2 of a 3-part series on the discussion surrounding the communication or lack thereof between a child and their parent. We'll also be jumping right in and talking about ways it can improve. Make sure you watch part 1 if you haven't already. Many of you have a complicated relationship with your parents. Some see them as their best friends, others don't get along at all. If you are struggling to directly communicate with a child or a parent, keep watching. This one is for you. With that said, let's get started. Welcome back to SuesSpace. A special thank you to everyone who has subscribed to my channel. I am grateful for your support. Please be sure to tap that notification bell so that you are notified every time I upload. This will help with my mission of reaching as many young people as possible. It will also help to grow this space. Let's skip to the good part. Communication consists of much more than just speaking. More than ever, parents are finding it difficult to relate to their children, and as a result, their child is having a hard time opening up to their parents on an emotional level, making it hard for them to be able to express their pain and their struggles. I reached out to a group of young people to get their feedback on how they view the communication between them and their parents. Each one was asked the same question: growing up, what do you wish your parents could have done to create a better line of communication with you? And their responses may or may not surprise you. Let's get started with Lisa's story. Lisa struggled to communicate with her parents during her teenage years. She wanted her parents to be more open and vulnerable and less dismissive whenever she wanted to talk. Instead, she suppressed her emotions. Lisa expressed if her parents had actually spent the time and interest interacting in conversations with her and actually listening and showing concern about what she was saying, she would not have grown up with so much repressed negative emotions like anger and resentment. Lisa hid all her emotions as a child, hiding her sadness, fear, and frustration, causing her to lack understanding how to relate, cope, or acknowledge her emotions. Having an unhealthy relationship with your feelings and running away from your emotions can lead to anger, anxiety, and rebellious behavior. When you run away from something, it teaches your brain that it's dangerous. No matter how painful your emotions feel, they're not the problem. And the more you think that your emotions are the problem, the more afraid of them you're going to be. Parents, you want the line of communication so open with your child, depending on their age. You don't need it to be R-rated open, but so open that if they get a lower grade than you expected them to, they don't feel afraid coming to talk to you about it. We're moving on to Nico's story. When I posed this question to Nico expressed he wished his parents could have been more interested and asked more questions in their lives. He has 2 siblings. Nico described himself as being born optimistic, but believes some parents feel they automatically know their child because they gave birth to them or raised them, so they don't make the effort to actually learn who their child really are or how they are feeling. Nico remembers having so much space as a child, it gave society a chance to have easy access to manipulate all the choices he made in his life. He refuses to blame his parents for how he was raised, stating at some point, every child needs to take accountability on the direction they want to go in their lives. He ended our conversation by saying it wasn't easy, but he had to refrain from placing blame, stay focused, heal his inner child wounds, forgive his parents for their parental shortcomings, and grow. Nico chose to look at his upbringing from a different perspective. He was determined to release any bitterness and resentment that could block any opportunities entering his life. He recognized that his life could have been led down an entirely different path, one that would have kept him stuck from healing his childhood inner wounds. It's so crucial for you to be able to recognize the negative patterns you may have picked up unknowingly from your parent or your parents, for you to be able to forgive, heal, and grow. I know this because I speak from experience. Yelling was my mother's language of communication, and I grew up not knowing any other way to communicate. It wasn't until I noticed everyone I met kept asking me the same question: why do you yell when you talk? I had to take a step back from the situation to realize that this was a generational pattern. This was something I had to work on hard to heal. I don't mention my experiences to name, shame, or judge anyone. Moving forward includes healing from your hurt. Forgiveness is the only thing that set me free. Young people, let me know in the comment section below, is there something that you're holding on to and finding it difficult to forgive your parents for, that you need to release, heal, and move on from? Healthy relationships include uncomfortable conversations. So let's start teaching our youth to verbalize their emotions so they don't grow up to be adults who shut down every time they feel anything other than happiness. And that's all for this one. Please be sure to hit the like, share, and subscribe button before you head out if you haven't already. Thank you for watching. Be safe and true to yourself. Until the next one.